guys. Hi, I'm sorry I'm running late. And I have this strange green screen thing happening. So you're reminded to go and invite your friends to the Facebook group. How are you guys? What's going on? No one's here. Unstable connection. What's happening? Why can't I see anybody? I've got a strange green screen today. And it's weird because you can kind of see my background, which is odd. Hi guys. Hi Wanda Zandra. Hi Penny. Hi guys. I've got a strange green screen happening. I should have made the letters much smaller so you could actually read them. Hi guys. What's going on? I'm going to sit over this side of the screen because this writing's in the way. Hi Loz. I got a free cookie today. I was pumped. Wonderful. Did you affirm for that or you just affirm for free shit? Wonderful, darling. I don't know why this bloody thing keeps saying ringer silent. My iPad keeps doing this thing where it says ringer on the middle of the screen. It's super annoying. Hi, guys. Hi. What's going on? Rowan's Magical Rachel's here. Penny's here. Lily Time's here. How many more do you need? I need 42 people. Is that right? 48. 48 people to hit 1,000. I want to do it by midnight tonight, EST. Because I affirmed that I would. To prove that you can affirm on a time crunch, manifest on a time crunch, even though I tell people not to do that. But I'm trying it. Hi, Kat. Hi, Keely. Hi, guys. Do you have any questions for me? How is everyone? Good. We can make it. Yes, we can. God damn it. We can make it to that 1,000. Can't be that hard. How's everyone? My Virgo bestie. Yay! I am your Virgo bestie. I am such a Virgo. It's embarrassing. Everything in my kitchen, in the cupboards, is the same colour. It's all white. This house is only... Oh, you can't see it now because I've got the green screen. But normally everything in my house is white or grey. This house is all hand-me-downs and stuff from op shop, so it's very retro 70s and all different colours, and wood and stuff. But normally I'm very Virgo and boring about interior decorating, and I'm an annoying perfectionist. Hi guys, have you got any questions? Hi baby nemesis. When is your birthday? 26th of August. I was meant to be born 5.5 weeks after that, so I was meant to, I think, be a Libra, but I'm very much not a Libra. If you've analysed my characteristics, I'm nothing like that. My mum went to the hospital and said, I think I'm just having, early Braxton Hicks or something. They were like, no, you're having a baby. And like 5 minutes later, I was out. What's this? How to manifest a commitment with SP. Right, darling. Stop assuming that they don't want it, first of all. Stop thinking they don't want it in some way. Something's going on with you where you feel like they don't want that from you. Okay? Because why would you even think that you weren't committed? So guys, you've got to see yourself as the girlfriend. If you want to be the girlfriend, see yourself as the fucking girlfriend. Like, don't take anything less than that in your mind. I am the girlfriend. Are you putting yourself inside a friends with benefit situation because of the way you feel about you? Is that how it's turned out? Is that why you're feeling like it's non-committal? So guys, it's always about how you feel about you. If you feel like a motherfucking girlfriend, you'll be treated like one and you'll be committed to. It's got nothing to do with the guy or the girl. Okay? It's how you feel about you. Are you girlfriend material? Do you think you're the best girl he could ever meet? Think that, darling. And then, he loves being my boyfriend. He's so committed and he's claimed me and commits to me. He's claimed me and commits to me. No. You don't want to say he claims me and commits to me. I want you to say he already is your boyfriend. He loves being my boyfriend. I'm the best girlfriend he's ever had. And you can say general things like men always claim me and commit to me. They fall in love with me so easily. You can say things like that about men in general. Okay? Guys, this is quite laggy because of this. It seems laggy to me. How do I visualize? Like, do I think of one thing? Yes, guys, visualizing is simply just thinking of a scene as if it were true. So from your eyes, looking out as if you were in the scene. Okay, so you're lying in bed, you can see your SP there, but you can't see yourself. They're lying there next to you. Okay, and you visualize a little scene lying in bed and he cuddles up to you and says, babe, I love you so much. You say, I love you too. Just a short scene. Or you sitting with your newborn baby, okay, or you on your honeymoon. A little scene, okay? I'm feeling really defeated today because SP hasn't messaged me in 3 days, but trying not to react. Yes, don't, darling. Guys, please don't read into this not messaging back business, okay? A lot of people are doing it, and some of you are over-contacting your SPs. Please fucking stop. Guys, queens don't over-contact. Queens let people contact them, okay? If you have done that, for the love of God, stop. Secondly, just start affirming. He's thinking of something lovely to say to me. He can't wait to talk to me again. He can't wait to hear the sound of my voice. He loves talking to me. He's constantly calling and texting me. And then get on with your fucking life, darling, and stop worrying about it. What's the best way to manifest? Moving. Just imagine you live at the other place. I love living at blah. Imagine you're where you are now is there. Either you want to be in San Francisco and you're in New York. Imagine living in San Francisco. If you want to move houses, imagine you live in that other house, darling. Failed at manifesting a past SP. Well, darling, I don't know what you were doing. What were you doing? All you need to do is imagine that you are together in your mind, live in the end, but you also need to work on your self-concept and get rid of the old story. Perhaps you weren't doing those two things. They are crucial. A lot of people focus and do this fucking SP affirmations all goddamn day, obsessively over their SP, and they never come back and they think, what was I doing wrong? And what they were doing wrong was they didn't drop the old story about their SP and get rid of the breakup story, and they were constantly thinking about it. So how can you be living in the end in your mind if you're constantly thinking about a breakup? It's not possible. But also, you need to work on you. There's no one to change but you, guys. And if you're concentrating on them too much, you're doing it wrong. If you've gone to some manifestation coach and they've given you 5,000 SP affirmations and you sat there all day and then you've failed, that's why. All fundamental manifesting is changing you. Changing your mind to change your outside world. You create your outside world with your mind. So why would you be constantly changing them? It doesn't make any fucking sense. No sense whatsoever. Everyone knows as within, so without. So why are you trying to do things out here? You're going to do this. You think this. You think this. You think this. You think... Well, what about you? You could change you to change them. If you want them to love you, assume they love you. Assume you are lovable. How could we tell if we are daydreaming or what? How can we tell if we're daydreaming or living in the end? Living in the end is you feel it is done. You feel that's real. Daydreaming is like longing and wishful thinking and getting sad about it. Oh, if only this would happen. Living in the end is I feel this is real and this is really happening and this is my life now. Okay? Bit of a difference. Is it normal to feel like distant or detached from my SP because I'm working on self-concept? Guys, it's happening to everyone who's working on their self-concept. It's because you're not making them the king in your life anymore. You're not focusing all your fucking energy and time and brain space on them. You're thinking about yourself. Hallelujah. Guys, no one likes someone doing this to them all the time. They run a mile. That's what you're doing when you're constantly doing SP affirmations. When you start working on you, you're taking them down with a fucking pedestal. Hooray. Good, darling. That's a good feeling, Janet. I'm pleased you're getting to that feeling. Loz, I got my SP back. We had a beautiful combo earlier. I see his weekend. Oh my God, what? Loz, I got my SP back. We had a beautiful combo earlier. I see him this weekend a month exactly. You're seeing him this weekend a month exactly? What, since you last spoke to him? When did we have our call? Holy shit, Lisa! Yay! You're seeing him this weekend? Oh, darling, that's wonderful news. What have you been doing? Tell us. Oh, Lisa, yay. Okay, just assume, darling, he loves you. Assume that the whole time you're there with him. He loves me so much. That's why he's here. Okay? Tell us what you've been doing, Lisa. Does it matter if we visualize morning or night? I'd like you to do times when you're a bit drowsy. So morning when you're waking up or nighttime when you're falling asleep are the best times. Doesn't really matter. Yes, Lisa, what did you do? Tell us. Yes, what? This is amazing. We're going to talk later. Yes. He reached out earlier. He missed me and can't be without me. Oh, yay. Oh, darling. Oh, that makes me want to cry. Is that what your affirmations were? He can't be without me? Oh, yay. My SP texted me on Friday. Haven't heard from him since August. Oh my God, the success stories today just coming in thick and fast. Yay, Truth Serum! Woohoo! Since August! Holy shit balls! God, guys, what a great morning I'm having hearing all these stories, or evening for you guys. I was shook. I'm shook too. That's amazing. Can't be without me. I'm the most lovable girl in the world. That's what you're affirming. You can't be without me. I'm the most lovable girl in the world. Lisa, yay. See, guys, I'll just parrot back your affirmations to you. I'm so happy for you. Oh, I'm happy for you guys too. Hello from France. Oh, hi. Oh, wonderful, Truth Serum. That's fantastic. But we also just separated, so I'm trying to back off. What are we saying? Shylary? Hang on. You're changing you to change them. What? I'm trying to see what the original comment was. Yes, definitely. Hang on. The house I'm renting sold. The apartment I want has no vacancy. I affirm I have an apartment there. Yes, darling, just imagine you live in that apartment already. There's a wonderful story in Law and the Promise. The husband wants to live in a certain apartment block and in New York, and he says to the wife, oh, I want to live in that apartment block. I think you should move there, but there's no apartments there. And she goes, don't tell me what you don't want. Tell me what you do want. And he's like, well, I want to live, but there's no apartments there. She goes, don't tell me what you don't want. Tell me what you do want. He goes, well, I want to live there. She goes, where? What floor? Blah, blah, blah. They ended up getting an apartment exactly on that floor in that apartment building, exactly where there were no vacancies. Okay? Because she just focused on them living there already. Do that. I was raised to have my own back. What does that mean? Is your skin flawless or is it a filter because you were stunning? Oh, thank you, darling. It is a filter. Look. Can't hardly see my pores. See? It's a filter. Don't be fooled by these filters, guys. It's very misleading. Manifesting in USP. How to have faith. You've got to have faith in yourself. Who are you having faith in? Faith in you. It tells you the whole way through the Bible. God is in you. The only person you're having faith in is you. The power is within you. Have faith in the unseen. You imagine you're with the USP. Imagine exactly how you want them to be. And imagine you're already with them. And have faith that it will come about. I haven't contacted at all. I saw him Friday morning and I'm waiting for him to contact. Good, darling. Good. Don't say you're waiting. He's already here. Ah, yes, that's a good idea. Don't say you're waiting. I just manifested a 4-day work week. 3-day weekends are amazing. Oh, good for you, darling. Thank you. Oh, my God. I'm in the middle of manifesting an SP to be better. And she was like, no. Who was like, no? What? What are we talking about? Katie Bird. I want to read you what your original comment was because everyone's commenting on it. Change the story, change your life. Yes, guys. That's exactly right. If you can change that inner speech going on in your mind, you will fucking change your life. SP seems easy to me. Money seems elusive. Well, then it will be. Lily time. Stop fucking saying that. This is easy, that's hard. Well, that will continue to be hard. The money. Money is so hard for me. I just can't get any money. I can never get a break. Then you won't. Darling, start affirming. Money is as easy as getting a specific person. Money is as easy as a free cup of coffee for me. Money is raining down on me. I'm uber wealthy. I get money out of the blue every day. I'm a money magnet. Get rid of that old shit from childhood where your parents told you couldn't afford anything or money is hard or you have to have a good job and work hard for a living and all that fucking crap everyone tells you, which is completely untrue. You don't need to work hard. What a lot of shit. How could we tell if we're... I saw that one. Where is this comment by Kaylee... Blah, blah, blah. I had a tarot reading. Oh, God, fucking hell. Today, but felt an immense negative energy afterwards. Could it be incorrect? Darling, they're only reflecting your fucking thinking. That's all a tarot reader does. They're not magic. They're just going, what's this bitch thinking? Oh, this. And then she says it back to you, or she reflects the thoughts you had before, just like everyone else does in your reality. Ignore it. If you had intense negative energy afterwards, probably because she told you a whole lot of shit you didn't want to fucking hear. Guys, please stop going to fucking tarot readers. I'm telling you right now, all they're doing is reflecting your thinking. I don't care if it's on a For You page, you're sitting across from them, you're on a phone. It's just the same as going to someone sitting in a coffee shop with your best friend and they say, oh, maybe you should give up on him. But you don't really care because your best friend said it. You think, oh, shut up, bitch. But a tarot reader says, you should give up on your ex. And you go, and then you feel negative afterwards because it was a fucking tarot reader and you put some weight onto what they were saying because apparently they're speaking truth and talking to fucking spirit or whatever. Guys, unless they're actually talking to fucking spirit, and you know that for sure, all they're doing is interpreting a card and interpreting your thoughts and reflecting them straight back to you. Shit you thought before. He makes time for me. Yes, that's a good one. I'm seeing SP tonight. I'm his one and only. Oh, wonderful, darling. Who's this? User 7525 blah, 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 with the blonde hair. Wonderful, darling. Yay. What have you been affirming? Oh, what did I miss? I had to shower. Success stories? Yes. Everyone's getting success stories. How many self-concept versus SP should be done? I would like you to do 80% self-concept, 20% SP. So 80% of the affirmations you're doing are just about you, darling. So lots. Would you believe a medium who tells you things from spirit, or can we manifest against that? Well, look, this is the thing I don't know. I don't know, guys. I don't know the answer to that. All I know is I have seen spirit, so I know it's around. Okay? So whether they're talking to it, but how do you know if they are? This is the thing. Are they just talking to spirit, or are they reflecting your thinking? I've no fucking clue. So every time it's what you take away from that. It's what meaning you give it. Someone could tell you, I'm talking to spirit, and you take the meaning from that, oh, no, they're not, what a load of crap, or you think they are, and you believe it for the rest of your life. Guys, it's always what meaning you give it. Whatever a tarot reader, a psychic, a medium says to you, it's your meaning you attach to it. Okay? Every time. Do you believe in mediums? I want a message from my son. Well, guys, look, I have had experiences with things where someone's a bit of a medium. That's why I'm kind of saying I do. And I've literally seen spirit at a funeral, saw my friend at the funeral, sitting on a wall. And then I thought, I'm fucking going mental. And then someone came up to me, a friend from Sydney, and said, I don't mean to sound weird, but has he got anyone in his family who looks like him that's here today? And I went, I don't think so. Let's ask. And so we went and asked his other cousin that I knew from school. She said, no one looks like him. And I said, why? And she goes, I just saw him sitting over there on that wall, on the exact same wall I'd seen him on, right? And I was like, okay. And I'd never had an experience of that in my life. And then I saw him for the rest of the day. I went to a pub and he was just walking around all day. I'd see him there, I'd see him over there, I'd see him there. So I couldn't doubt it. I was real atheist before that. Okay, so I couldn't doubt after that spirit's around because I fucking saw it with my own eyeballs, as did other people there that day. So, darling, go to a medium if you really want, but darling, you've got to know that he's there all the time. You've just got to believe that. He is. You don't need a medium for that. Okay? I want you to believe that you can feel him there, that he is with you, and you don't need that. And I pictured we were on our wedding night, and then that night I saw a wedding cake in my dreams. What are we talking about, Emma? Can you manifest someone's death? My granddad passed away recently. Did I cause that? No, guys, you don't cause people's deaths. No. Absolutely not. What's the best way to reprogram your subconscious? By doing affirmations, guys. Okay, I saw someone added me in a video today. It was quite interesting. And the guy was talking about overthinking. It's kind of like TikTok, how it just, the algorithm keeps picking things you keep watching. So your brain keeps focusing on what you get emotional about, which is true. But it said, he was saying, but the best way to ignore these thoughts is just to let them pass. And that's an old psychology adage, like let the thought pass. Just don't get affected by the thought, which is so fucking hard to do. Oh, I'll just sit here and not be affected by the thought that's making me really upset. I'll just let it pass. Okay. Almost impossible to do. That's why you got to do affirmations instead. So you reprogram your subconscious thinking, the old shitty thinking, with new positive thinking. And you affirm and affirm and affirm and affirm as much as you can, especially when those old thoughts pop up. Your mental diet all day is what's most important, not a set schedule of doing affirmations, darling. That's how to reprogram. What's been since January? I'm losing hope with manifesting. It's exhausting. He hasn't even reached out. It's been since January. Well, then give up, darling. I don't know what the fuck you've been doing, but if you think it's exhausting and you think you're going to give up, well, guys, sometimes this takes ages. What can I tell you? Give up then, darling. You obviously don't want it bad enough. I had a session with a medium and she said my SP's name. She would never know that. Yeah, how did she know that? Now, unless they're reflecting your thinking, like a psychic can. See, how do we know, guys? This is the thing. How do you know? I mean, I had a medium tell me that my grandma was sick before I went off to London, told me exactly what was wrong, what symptoms she was having. I went up to my grandma at the airport and I said, have you been feeling okay? And she said, I've been getting these terrible dizzy spells. And that's exactly what the medium told me, that she'd been getting dizzy spells and to go to the doctor immediately. And it wouldn't be what she's thinking. Like, she needs to stop thinking be scared of what it is, because she used to have cancer 15 years prior. So she obviously never went to doctors because she didn't want to know it was cancer. When I came back 6 months later, she was dying of cancer. And she'd gone to only her GP, and her GP said, you find there's nothing wrong with you. I was so angry. She didn't listen to me. I kept saying, I'm lovable. He can't stand to be away from me. Of course he loves me. Oh, wonderful, darling. No wonder you got success. I kept saying, I'm so lovable. He can't stand to be away from me. Of course he loves me. Of course. Of course is a wonderful one to do. Of course he loves me. Who the fuck wouldn't, I keep saying who the fuck wouldn't love me, but of course he loves me. Of course he wants to be with me. Of course he's constantly calling and texting me. Of course he loves me. Of course I'm lovable. Of course. Have you met me? Wonderful, darling. Love it. Yeah, true. Who knows? Yes, I really don't know. That's why I'm saying, Beth, I wouldn't rely on a medium, darling. Just rely on you. So, Loz, would you believe a medium who tells you things from spirit? Oh, I saw that one. Loz is a goddess. Oh, thanks, Nita. I am saying that's what my pronouns are from now on when everyone else asks that stupid fucking question. I'm already decorating the apartment in my mind. Wonderful, darling. We were just talking about how I got a negative feeling after a tarot reading today. Oh, really? Yeah, sometimes, look, guys, who knows? Look, another thing that happened to me when I went to the first psychic reading with the girl who told me my grandma was sick, it was in a bookshop that I used to work in. Have I guys told you this story? So it was in a bookshop, and I used to work in there, and I used to manage the bookshop years before, but now it was this esoteric bookshop with a psychic at the back, and it sold like crystals and shit. Anyway, and when I walked in, I obviously knew it was my old work, but when I sat down, I forgot. And the first thing she said was, books, books, you're surrounded by books. And I went, what? She goes, do you read a lot? And I went, no. She goes, you work with books. I said, no. She goes, yes. And she was arguing with me. I was like, no, I don't. And I was thinking, oh, this bitch is an idiot. And as I walked out, I went, oh, I used to work in here. It was a bookshop. And I said to the lady at the counter, oh, I'm such an idiot. Can you apologise to her? I used to work in here. It was a bookshop. And she said, oh, please come here. Can you help us, please? And these two ladies from the counter were so serious, like, now please tell us, what used to be in this corner? And she pointed to the floor, and there was a corner of the shop. And I said, she goes, what books used to be there? And I said, and I knew this bookshop at the back of my hand, so that was the true crime section. She went, oh, that's why. She goes, we had to get an exorcist in to get the bad energy out of this corner. And I was like, oh, shit. And true crime is all those horrible murder stories and stuff. They were the books in that corner. Just in that tiny corner of the shop, there's only one shelf of it. At the bottom, I remember. Anyway, so, look, I believed it because so much happened that day that was about me that she couldn't have possibly known. The psychic couldn't have possibly known. Anyway. So, look, I do believe in medium stuff because I see spirit. Whether a person reading tarot is just reading your thoughts is another thing, if they're reading spirit or not. Guys, it's up to you. It's whatever meaning you give it. I personally don't believe in tarot. It's all successful from my end. I am the most lovable girl in the world. I will keep wearing a crown. Wonderful, darling. I have a great job. Yes. She had to get rid of SP and it didn't feel good in my gut. She had said to get rid of my SP and it didn't feel good in my gut. Yes, well, guys, that's just them reflecting your shitty thinking. Maybe I should get rid of him. Maybe he's no good for me, blah, blah, blah. And then a psychic says it, okay? Baby steps. Didn't profess love or anything, just a career question. I think to break the cold. Okay, yes, guys, look, my SP when we split up was writing things like, do you know that Bitcoin went up? I'm like, fuck, dude, I have Bitcoin. Of course I know it went up. Like, what? Why do you need to tell me this? But, like, he was just excuses to talk to me, okay? It's just excuses to talk to you guys. When they send you weird messages about career or can I ask you a question or it's just an excuse. Give it all good meaning. Okay, darling? He took a picture of his ex and that he absolutely hated. Haha, I give up. What? He took a picture with his ex that he absolutely hated. I give up. Well, then give up, darling. Guys, if you're obsessed with the third party and you're looking at the socials and there's pictures of an ex and you're giving that meaning that she's around, well, that's what it will be. But I bet you they're not even together and you're just giving that fucked up meaning because of your shitty thoughts. Darling, go and watch all my videos because you're not getting this, that you can get them back. It's not that difficult. It's just your old shitty thinking that's causing that situation. Please go and watch all my lives in the Facebook group, Manifest Live with Loz. watch them all from the beginning, number 1 to number 104, but watch number 25 most of all, and number 41. 25 and 41, okay? Who's not getting that? Meaning he didn't say miss me or anything, just random question, and hi, by the way. Yeah, look, they do that, guys. They just come up with excuses to call you or text you. It's weird. Donald Trump dangling from a ledge one-handed. What would you do? What? I don't care about politics, darling. Politics don't affect me because I manifest my life. This is me. I'm fabulous. Yes! Is Kendall on TikTok? What are we talking about? Did you know if my mum met my dad after they both died? How do I know, darling? I'm not a psychic. I'm not a psychic. We talk about manifesting, darling. Manifesting. Manifesting. I sometimes forget about my SP. My self-concept is amazing. Good, Ellum! You know when your self-concept's on point, when you're not thinking about them all goddamn day and just getting on with your life, guys. Affirmations for a good business. My business is booming. I've got so many clients, I'm overrun. I don't have enough time in the day. I have so much work on. We're running out of stock. Our product's the most favorable, or everyone on the socials is using it if it's a product, or everyone wants my coaching, or everyone wants my time. I'm running out of time in the day. It's so busy. All I said to get this TikTok kicked off was to say, I'm everyone's favourite manifestation TikToker, and within a week and a half of doing lives, I had clients, and I wasn't even offering coaching clients, and now I'm overrun and I don't have time to pee. Okay, darling? How about love spells? It's just manifesting, darling. It's going, you love me. You want me and only me. He loves you. He wants you and only you. It's just manifesting. All witchcraft and voodoo and spells. It's all manifesting, darling. It's all the same thing. Law of assumption! Exclamation point. Yes, darling. If no one has free will, how can they pass and leave us? No, they're reflecting your thinking. They only have no free will. They're just reflecting your thinking. But in their reality, they can die. They're in their own reality, Beth. And you're in yours. Everyone has their own reality. No one's just living all in your reality and they don't have their own. But everyone, you've got to, like, the thing about passing and leaving you, that's that thinking of they're not here anymore. Okay, but nothing is created nor destroyed. Everyone's still here. You just can't see them physically with this meat body. Does that make sense? I know that's hard when someone's passed, especially in your family. Okay, but try to think of it that way, that they're still here. Okay. What other signs? What signs? I don't believe in signs, darling. Signs fuck up your manifestation if you look for them. I cried out of irritation because of third party, and while I was crying, I was saying my affirmations out loud. Good for you, Grace. My SP is moving away from me. Can I affirm that he won't? Yes, darling, just affirm he lives there with you. He loves living there with you. He loves living where you live. He loves living in San Francisco. He loves everything here. He loves his life here. He loves his life with me. Then he won't move. Okay. Made me feel a little better. Didn't react as much as I could. Yes, guys, when you affirm through tears, it really fucking does help. Yes, I do that too. It helps. Even if you have to affirm through tears. Yes, damn it. Exactly. Should we give up manifesting after a certain time? I don't want to give up. I visualize and affirm. Guys, I can't tell you when to give up. But you understand that when you give up, you could have just almost got there, but you gave up. I don't know, guys. I don't know what to tell you, that you're not getting this, that anything is possible. Everything is possible to him that believes. Is that what it is? Anything is possible to him who believes. Do you believe you can have them back? If you don't, you won't. The end. With everyone's positive stories and outcomes, I'm looking forward to my call this afternoon. Yay, Sammy! I know, so many success stories in this live today. Any more questions, guys? I can't see any. So, guys, please do invite your friends to the Facebook group. We're almost at 1,000 people. When I hit 1,000, okay, I am taking everyone who's invited their friends, putting their name in a hat, pulling one out, and you'll get free coaching. Yep, third party. I never give a third party any energy. That's why you're succeeding, Truth Serum, because you're not giving the bitch energy. Listen to that, guys. Did you hear what she just said? Everyone has got a third party and keeps fucking banging on about the bitch. Can you speak on the notion of letting go? Yes. Okay. Letting go of the outcome. How it's going to come about. Yes. Do that. Letting go of the old story about you and them. Yes. Do that. But don't let go of your assumptions about being together. Don't let go of the idea of them being with you. That's madness. That's what Neville says you have to persist in your desire. Are you persisting in your desire until it comes about? Has it come about yet? We'll keep persisting. Imagine you have it already. You're not letting go of that, the desire. You're just letting go of how it comes about, what happens to make it so, okay, and the old shitty story about them and you, so that you believe that you are together. Because you can't be believing you're together and then hold on to this story about a breakup. Doesn't make any fucking sense. Oh, we broke up and he broke my heart and he went off with this girl. But we're together in my mind. What? Why are you thinking this shit? Doesn't make any... Your brain will be like, but I thought, what about that bitch that he's with that I keep seeing on Facebook when you stalk his Insta and everything? What about that? And then it fucks this living in the end. All you need to let go of, guys, is the how it's going to come about, and the old shitty story. Okay? And the desperation. By working on you, your self-concept. When you focus on you, they focus on you. What you focus on grows. Grow yourself rather than the third party. Grow yourself rather than your desperation. Manifest third party getting a job far away, moving to be with family, leaves for a van life. Yes, that's nice. Leaves for a van life. Best thing is taking SP off the pedestal. See you later. Yes, guys. Guys, take the fucker down. I'm telling you right now. When you met them, they weren't up there. You were like, probably a lot of you when you met your SPs were indifferent to them, like I was with mine. I didn't even like him for the first time I met him, he was nice. Second time I met him, all I heard about was his divorce and the separation he just had. And I was thinking, oh, this guy needs a shrink, right? Wasn't attracted to him in that way at that time. I thought he's a lovely guy and blah, blah, blah. But this guy, he's not here for a relationship. He hasn't come back to see me for that. And then he came back again and again. And I was like, what's he doing here? Then I realised, oh, he likes me, does he? Oh, right. But in my head, I already had this story, the prevalent story of he's not over his ex. That's my biggest problem with me and my SP. Because the first big conversation we had was him sitting there telling me for an hour about the situation. Because he came back, we met, then he came back to tell me, oh, by the way, I'm single. And I was like, oh. But then I heard the whole story about why he was single. Wish I'd never heard it, honestly. Right? Because I thought he was married when I met him because he said something about his father-in-law was the same nationality as me. And I was like, oh. And I thought, oh, the fucker's married. How annoying. Then he came back to kind of go, by the way, I'm not married. And I was like, oh. But I'm hearing all this fucking story. Okay? So I didn't have him on a pedestal. I'm getting back to the point of this question. I didn't have him on a pedestal at first. At all. At all. I was like, this guy's a bit weak and a bit needs therapy. But as the progression of the relationship went on and I fell in love with the dude, I put him so far above me and I made it all about him and his problems and thinking about him and talking about him, building him up, and put myself all the way down here when at the beginning I was the fucking queen and he was pursuing me and calling me and making it all about me. Everything was about me. It switcheroos at some point, guys, and you go like this and you're down here and he's up here. That's when it all goes wrong. Have any of you done that? Bet you have. Aren't you tired of pretending like I'm not the love of your life? You know that I am. That's wonderful, Emma. I love it. Hi, everyone. You're on early. Yes, I'm on early. I'm just going to stay on for a while today, guys, because I want more people in the Facebook group. How do you stop giving the third party any attention or life? Guys, you've just got to realise that every single thing you focus on will grow. You really need to discipline your mind. You guys are letting your minds run away. Okay? It's like you're putting your mind on a really fucking strict diet and you're saying, listen, brain, we're doing keto for the brain and you're only having fat. You're having 80% fat from now on. You're not having any fucking sugar. Sugar is the third party. And you start thinking, third party. That's like going and buying some bread or having some pasta or having some ice cream. You shut that shit down. You are not having any ice cream. You're on keto for the brain. No, strict diet. Shut it right down. Force some bacon in its mouth. That's all you're getting. New affirmations, that's the bacon. Understand? You've got to put your mind on a fucking diet, guys. You've got to be disciplined. You can't be coming in here on the lives, asking questions, and then between the lives going, oh, I'm thinking about them all fucking day. You're not disciplining your mind. How bad do you guys want this? How do I do it? My mind's running away with me. Well, what the fuck are you doing all day? You're just letting your mind go, or you're doing your affirmations. Look, I understand, guys, when you've been upset or something's really plagued you in the 3D. I get it. A couple of weeks ago, I was really letting my old story run my brain. You've got to stop it. You've got to jump in there with the affirmations. It's the only cure. Affirmations for yourself especially, and getting on with your fucking life and focusing on other things, and stop focusing on them. Ban yourself from all socials if you have to. Stop anyone in your life from talking about the bitch. Listen, I don't want to hear any more about that bitch, okay? Stop discussing your SP with anyone and everyone. Stop doing that and fucking start disciplining your mind like you're going to the Olympics of love. Okay? If you're in the fucking Olympics, you'd be training every day. You'd be in the gym. You'd be on a special diet. You wouldn't be sitting there for a couple of weeks going, oh, I'm just going to sit here and not do any work on the Olympics. Do you want to get to the Love Olympics or not? Any more questions? I'm yelling. Oh, I can't see any fucking questions. How do you work on self-concept? Darling, you figure out your shitty childhood thoughts, your shitty core beliefs from childhood. What do I get triggered by in life? Oh, when people leave me, I feel like people are always going to leave me, or I'll probably have abandonment issues because my dad left when I was a kid, or my parents got divorced early, or someone died. Work out that shit. I feel defective in some way because I had an eating disorder, or got body dysmorphia, or my parents were strict or critical of me all the time and told me I was doing things wrong. I think I'm not good enough. That stuff. I was abused. That stuff. I can't trust people because everything was unstable in my life, or someone betrayed my trust. That stuff. And work on that shit. That's the self-concept stuff you need to work on. That's why so many fucking people are coming to me from Kimberley's and all these other fuckers who aren't working on the childhood stuff. Oh, thanks, Truth Serum. I don't even know your name, darling. I keep calling you that. Okay? That's why people are coming to me, because they're not getting to the core self-concept beliefs that are running your life. That's when you get triggered, when you get the SP back. And that stuff gets triggered, that you feel like he's going to leave you again and you've got abandonment issues. That's when you react. That's when things go wrong. You've got to work against that shit. Just saying, I'm a queen, I'm wealthy, I'm healthy, I'm wise, I'm safe, I'm secure, I'm protected, I'm... Whatever the fuck that song is. You know that song everyone was doing? Doesn't mean anything to you if your self-concept stuff's nothing to do with that. Got to work out what that is. Self-concept works. Found it before I found you, but I love your work. Oh, wonderful, darling. Well, I'm glad you found it before you found me. I wish I'd found it before I found myself. Law of assumption works on the basis of people moving for you to bring you what you want. Yes, guys. That's all manifestation is. It's not the goddamn universe. It's literally people move to make it so. You send out your thoughts. They reflect that thinking and act upon that thinking. They start thinking the thoughts you feel about you and them and the situation. People move to make it so. It's just crazy, but it works. It's how the world works. Everyone reflects your thinking. Everyone moves in your reality to make things come about, bad and good. It's just simply how it works. It's not air. It's not a higher power. It's not the universe. It's not meant to be or not meant to be. It's people moving to make your manifestation come about based on what you're habitually thinking. You're like an oasis in the desert. Oh, lovely. Thanks so much. Cancel your childhood subscription, guys. Yes, Alum. My subscription to my childhood has been cancelled. That was Alum's great affirmation the other day. That's lovely. I love it. Unsubscribed. Tick. I love it, Sarah. Oh, it's Patty. Oh, wonderful, Patty. Congratulations, Patty, on your success. Keep going, darling. What can't we manifest? Well, you can't manifest yourself into being a duck when you're a human, or an alien, or having 20 feet, or, you know, be realistic, guys. Within logical reason. What do I do when he claims to be into me, but he doesn't want anything serious yet? It's because of shit that you're thinking, Cameron Pelican, about yourself. I'm not girlfriend material. He doesn't want a relationship at the moment. He doesn't want anything serious. I think he just wants to play the field. I think he's a bit of a player. He's a fuckboy. There's all these other girls he's talking to. Are you thinking that shit? I'm not good enough. I'm probably not pretty enough for him. That shit? What are you thinking, darling? That's why he's saying that crap to you. It's just your thoughts out of his fucking mouth. What were you thinking? Working on my core stuff was a game changer. Hard at first, but now I own my mind. Yes, Lisa, and that's why you're getting success with your SP and everything else in your life. Getting your best friend back, sorting out your house situation, money situation, and SP. It all works on everyone, guys. Self-concept when you work on it. Darling, I'm so proud. Oh. I'm so sorry. You make me sad. Well, go away then, Gary. Fuck off. So yesterday, my co-worker said she was leaving and I felt sad, but I knew we would make good friends. What? Today she said she changed her mind. Oh, good. So you manifested that she stayed? Wonderful, darling. Wonderful, Cindy. Sometimes, if it's a big manifestation, it can take longer because people have to move. Well, yes, people have to move, but it's also your resistance against it. Oh, this is big. It's going to take ages for this to happen. It's the old story you're attaching to it, the resistant thoughts you're attaching to it, guys, is what makes things take a really fucking long time. Okay? The sooner you drop that old story, the quicker it comes about. Thanks, Kimberly, for the rose. How to do shadow work through journaling. I don't really believe in shadow work, guys. I think it's just your core childhood beliefs. Shadow work implies you have to get all the way to the end of it and then you can manifest. I don't really believe in that. I don't also believe in journaling to do anything, really. I think you need to change your thinking. Are you changing your thinking, or are you listening to some dumb LOA bitch who sits there going, work on shadow work, and when you get to the end of that, only then can you manifest. Please journal all this fucking crap. Are you listening to that bitch, or many bitches on here who are idiots? Darling, you need to change your thinking. Writing and writing and writing and writing and writing and writing new shit doesn't do fuck all. Okay? You need to think new thoughts. Are you creating new positive affirmations against your shitty self-concept from childhood? Have you worked out what your childhood issues are? Have you changed those into positive new affirmations? Are you saying those all day, every day out loud or in your mind? If you're not doing that, journaling won't do shit for you. Sorry. You have to think new thoughts. It's your thoughts that run your brain, not a journal. You don't have a journal up here. You've got to change your thinking, guys. That's why I keep saying to you, scripting, this idea of scripting all the time is wonderful, and you can do it, yes, but you've got to change your dominant thinking. Scripting is like a bonus. It's not the core thing you need to do. The core thing you need to do is change your dominant thoughts. And all shadow work is core childhood beliefs. Figure out what those are and affirm against those, darling, okay? And stop watching any of those dumb bitches talking about shadow work. It's a buzzword on fucking TikTok, and now everyone's talking about it. It's just like grab a voice numbers or some fucking thing, and most people are talking about it aren't therapists, and they don't have a fucking clue what they're talking about. Oh, I'm not a therapist either, but you know what I mean? It's just a buzzword. It's really annoying. Haha, the Love Olympics. Yes, guys. Are you getting ready for the Love Olympics? Are you putting in the work? Or are you doing what the Australian Olympic team did before they lost almost every fucking race in the last Olympics, getting on the socials while they're in the Olympic Village and getting distracted? Do you know that's what happened? Apparently, the Australian Olympic team wasn't banned from using their phones, and almost all other teams were. And they massively failed in the last Olympics because they all got so obsessed with replying to Tinder messages, Twitter messages, and their Instagrams and everything. And they all got tired, and they were all focused on that rather than winning. A lot of them lost because they were so obsessed with going on socials all the time. They got obsessed with the 3D rather than doing the work. They did all that work and then they fucked it at the end. Don't keep looking at the socials, guys. Don't end up like that team. We definitely need an audio, so if we think negatively, we have you there. Yes, guys, I have to have an MP3 of me shouting at you, maybe. Is 30 plus self-concept affirmations too much? I think that's the limit, okay? Yep, K, okay. How do you work on self-concept? I just did that one. I definitely manifested my old boss, who was mean to me, away. She's all the way across the country. Wonderful, darling. Good for you. Block their social media accounts. I did it last week and have more peace. Yes, guys, if you have to do that, I had to do that with my old SP that came back when I was with the new SP years ago because we'd split up 6 years ago. And one time I remember I saw him with this girl in Bali and I just lost it. And I was just like, oh, my God. And I just blocked him for years from everything. And then he messaged me somewhere else. I think it was Instagram, or added me on Instagram or something. And then so I added him back. But I couldn't handle it, so I had to. They don't know you blocked them, guys, unless they go and check. Just do it if you need to. Listen to feeling as a secret and understood. It is so easy just based on all your teachings. Yes, guys, I'm teaching Neville. It's not my teachings, it's his teachings. Yes, darling. My friends keep seeing my SP in different places, but I don't. Is that a sign? Darling, signs only mean what you think they mean. Make that a sign if you want and give it good meaning. Oh, it means he's on his way back. He's here already, I know that, but he's coming any time now. Any day now he'll be here because my friends keep seeing him. He's on his way. Okay? Give it good meaning. Hi, darling. Hi, Sarah's. I saw an engagement ring the other day in the shops and it felt familiar, like it was my ring. Yes, darling. Neville talks about place a ring on your imaginary ring finger. Sorry, place an imaginary ring on your ring finger in your mind. And every time you're doing anything, imagine it's there. Imagine the weight of it. Imagine curling it around, with your fingers, but in your mind. Oh, I'm doing that. I'm lying in bed. Oh, I can't lie on my ring because it's on my face. Showing your friends. Oh, isn't it beautiful? It's not even there. Just imagine it is. And you're wearing it all day. If you're married, guys, you have a band on that finger all day, unless you're William. Prince William, who doesn't wear one. Okay? You could have it there. Imagine it there. Imagine it there. Neville's got a wonderful lecture about if you want to be married, imagine it there. That ring. Okay? I'll put it in the group one day if I can find it. Self-concept is the best. He started watching my stories a lot more. Oh, really, Annabelle? Oh, yay. I keep calling you Annabelle. I should just call you Anna, shouldn't I? Is there such a thing as too many self-concept affirmations? Yes, guys, I wouldn't go, so fucking nuts that you're not repeating them a lot. The repetition is key. Okay? The repetition is key. I'm afraid to date other people. I don't want to lose feelings from my SP. Well, guys, okay, so you lose feelings. They'll still come back. I lost feelings from my SP, still fucking came back. The guy was pathetic. He knew I was in love with someone else. He said, you're not going to leave him, are you? And I said, no. And he was like, oh. He still hung around. Doesn't make any difference to them coming back, guys, if you lose feelings. You can decide to have those feelings back any time. Captivating, Loz. What's captivating? I just love the way you explain things. You fill in existing blanks or bridges. Oh, wonderful. Oh, thanks, darling. What if you have a really creative imagination and think of so many scenarios? Well, that's all right, darling. If you think of lots of scenarios, that's fine. Look, guys, you don't have to have a repetitive scene over and over and over again, but repetition is just what's good to sink into your subconscious, but it's not necessary if you constantly think of other scenarios all the time, do that. If that's helping you live in the end, you're thinking, oh, this is the time we did this thing, and that's that time we watched Netflix, that lovely movie, remember that? That time we went to Bora Bora, and you're thinking of all the things, you're still living in the end. Okay? I do that. I don't repeat a lot. My mind goes all over the fucking shop, even though I'm telling you guys to do that. I'm doing all that too. It literally changed my thoughts from negative to positive. Oh, wonderful, darling. Through affirmations and gratitude lists. Oh, good, yeah. Look, guys, doing a gratitude list is nice. If it makes you, puts you in a nice mood, makes you feel better during the day, do it. Doesn't really help with manifesting, but it helps with manifesting. Why did I say it like that? With manifesting, but it helps you put you in a mood that's good. The Think Up app has really helped me. I recorded my affirmations and play them on loop throughout the day. I've really got to get that, Pamela. I've got to get a new phone that fits more stuff in it. The Love Olympics merch. I should say. Are you training for the Love Olympics? For a country who boast about being good at sports, we sure are shit. I'm from Australia. No, we used to be great, darling. We used to beat fucking everyone. But that year, they all got distracted by the 3D. We normally beat everyone at everything, mostly. Listen to feeling is the secret and understand so easily. Yes, I saw that. What can't we manifest? Saw that one. Oh, it's Patty. Yes, truth serum. Okay, I'm scrolling down. You're so powerful. Are you still manifesting? What? Yes, but you relay it so well, Neville. I read it but didn't grasp it quite like this. Oh, good, Patty. Look, the thing is with Neville, he was around in the 40s, 50s, 60s. I mean, the man speaks in oldie worldy speak, and he's from Barbados and very posh. So a lot of what he says, and he bases a lot of Bible stuff, and some people get really thrown and think he's religious. He's not religious, but sometimes he is hard to understand. How do I manifest signs? I don't recommend that, darling. You've come to the wrong channel for that absolute bullshit. Signs are just telling your subconscious that it's not here yet, and it'll fuck your manifestation up royally. Royally. Please stop doing that. Signs don't tell you anything. I want you to manifest what you want. Don't you want to manifest what you want? Concentrate on that. Focus on that. Stop focusing on fucking sign because all you manifest is a sign. I just did a video about that. And a lot of LOA people were very angry because they've been taught the wrong thing for many years, and they want to cling to that belief that I'm waiting for a sign, I need confirmation, but no signs of confirmation. And all they're doing is manifesting a sign, and they're wondering why they're still watching all these LOA videos because their manifestation hasn't come about, because they keep asking for a fucking sign, and they're not realizing all they're doing with their mind is manifesting a fucking sign and telling their subconscious it's not here yet, which is the whole key of manifestation. I am that, it is here, it is done. Go and read the dumb comments on that video. How many people are being taught the wrong thing and are really believing this. There was one girl who was on the video arguing with people, and she already messaged me and said, oh, I've watched your lives now, I get it. Bless her. A lot of people are being taught some dumb stuff. They're not dumb, they're just being taught really fucking dumb stuff. Like, manifest a sign, manifest a Dalmatian. I saw that the other day. I almost wrote to the girl, you are the dumbest. See you next Tuesday on here teaching manifestation. Please stop. You are misleading people who are desperate. You're a fucking moron. I was that close. But I thought, shut up, Loz. You remind me of the girl in Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs. What is that? I don't know it. That happened to our city football team twice. They got through the Super Bowl and partied, lost. Yep, when they party, they lose. What is that why I'm not seeing any signs? I asked my guide to show me a raccoon if it's true. I hope you were joking, darling. I hope that's a joke comment. Guys, guides aren't doing anything for you. Nothing is manifesting for you. Not the universe, not a guide, nothing. There's no one to ask. The power is within you. If you keep asking for a fucking raccoon, all you get is a raccoon. You won't get your manifestation. Guys, the whole key for manifesting is believe you have received it, and you will. Have you believed you received it? Well, no, you don't. If you're asking for signs, you're saying, I haven't received it. I'm not believing I've received it. Now I'm going to ask for a raccoon, ask for a sign, ask my guide. You're doing the complete opposite of believing you've received it, and you will. That's why asking for signs fucks you up every single time. You can look at a thing and think it's a sign and give it meaning that it's coming, great, but don't fucking ask for the signs, guys, because all you're doing is manifesting signs and confusing your subconscious while it's trying to make your manifestation come about. Then it's switching from getting your SP to getting a fucking raccoon. Do you want a raccoon or do you want your SP, darling? Believing is saying yes. Loz, how did you get into LOA? I didn't. I got into law of assumption. You mean law of assumption? I got into law of attraction years ago, watching The Secret, obviously, and then realised it was a load of shit, and then went down the rabbit hole of reading about law of assumption. Probably I watched The Secret when it came out, whatever year that was, 2004, I guess. Yeah, 2004 it would have been. Law of assumption, I got into more in about 2016. I'd read a lot of stuff before that, but I found Neville in 2016. But I read a lot of Charles Hannell and Earl Nightingale and Napoleon Hill and James Allen and Emerson and stuff before I found Neville. So it's all very similar. Way before Neville. I'll keep my SP. I don't need a raccoon. Yes. Thank you for clarification. I'm back on believing he will come back. Good. Darling, stop watching those dumb bitches who are just using trending words like Grabavoy codes and fucking all that shit to get views. New manifestation technique. If you're not doing this, you won't get your SP. Oh, it's really makes me angry because they're actually misleading a lot of people and it's making me sad. Makes me annoyed. It's like people getting on here and giving medical advice who aren't doctors and don't have the medical background, and it'd be like that. Would you listen to them? A whole lot of people hadn't done the research unless they're fully researched in what they're talking about. There's a couple of people on the internet who aren't doctors who are amazing with telling you stuff like Eric Berg and the guy who talks about Alzheimer's, his mum died of Alzheimer's, who's amazing, who aren't qualified. But all these unqualified people on here are just doing it because it's a hot topic. You've got to really pick who you listen to, guys. I'm not qualified either. But you've got to listen to me and then go, is she telling the truth or not? Does this sound like it's right or not? Really use your brain, guys, when you listen to these fuckers and think, is this person just trying to get video views or they actually know what they're talking about? They're just teaching what they think, yes. What they think it is. Yeah, I know. Is the right thing. They have a different belief, even if it's wrong. Look, guys, it's because they don't know any different and they want to cling to it, but it's not working for them, but they're still teaching it. That's the thing that annoys me. If they think it's working for them, what they've misunderstood is it's just their belief in it that's working. Their thoughts are working. But they're describing it in the wrong way about how it's working. It probably is working for them, but they're not realizing why it's working. It's like Oprah. She doesn't realize why it's working. She just keeps talking about vibration, but she describes her manifestations in the wrong way. She doesn't really get how it's working. I haven't watched The Secret. Why don't you like it? Because it's all LOA, and it's talking about feelings, and it doesn't get to the core of the fact that it's the power in you. It keeps talking about the universe and the power outside of you. So I wouldn't bother. It's all based on Abraham Hicks, guys. What's the best thing you've manifested? I think my car. I love my new car. I love it because I wasn't expecting a new car and I was told I would get no credit. Try not to freak out, as my kid just told me. There was a girl while he was there with his dad. Janet. Ignore the 3D, please, darling. Please. I don't care what your kid said. There, he is reflecting your fears. Your child is reflecting your fears. Your SP is manifesting your fears. Because you keep fucking focusing on, will someone else come along? Okay. How do we manifest SP without obsessing over it? Work on your self-concept. Do mostly self-concept affirmations, guys. Mostly self-concept. I am beautiful. I am lovable. All men love me. What I want wants me. Stuff about you rather than them. 80% you. I just saw that and it messed with my head all day, lol. Why you just saw what? What's the most outrageous thing you've manifested that took you by surprise? My SP arriving outside my house, literally across the road, a week after I said what I wanted. That would probably be the craziest, because I'd never seen him before and I'd been living there for 9 months and I'd never seen him, and he worked there every Wednesday. And I'd never noticed his truck, never seen him, never heard the truck there. Never. But it only happened after I said what I wanted. You're the only manifestation coach that resonates with me. Oh, thank you, darling. The Secret makes no fucking sense, yeah. Look, it gets there a little bit and then it screws you. It kind of goes, la, la, la. Send it to the universe. And you're like, what? What, Rhonda? The fuck are you talking about? The person was a tarot reader who said that. I was living at the end like him and I spoke. The person was a tarot reader who said that. I was living at the end like him and I spoke then that... What? Then that what? No need to get angry at them. No, I am angry at them, darling, because let me just tell you why I'm angry at these people teaching this stuff. People come to TikTok and YouTube looking for manifestation information because most of the time they're desperate, or they're depressed, or they're anxious, or they're mentally not feeling good. And then they're listening to people who don't know what they're talking about and misleading them and speaking to things that they think are truth and telling them like it's true. And they're dealing with very desperate, sad, lonely people who've lost their SPs, people who've lost children or a parent or something, someone's died. Okay? It's like a psychic who isn't real and is preying on people in a bad way to get money off them. Okay? And lying about, oh, your dad's here telling me this. It's that bad. I think it's that bad. Because you're teaching something you haven't researched properly. You're teaching something you don't fundamentally understand. A lot of people on here are teaching things just purely based on other video views of other people. Okay, so, grab a void numbers is a trending topic. I'm going to do that one even though I don't fucking understand what it is. I'm just going to do a video on it. It's like, it's very misleading. They're not giving you a recipe. They're not teaching you how to knit. They're teaching you how to live. They're teaching you how to think. That's really vital information that should not be discussed by someone who doesn't actually know what the fuck they're talking about, who's just doing it because when they started their TikTok and they were doing fitness or beauty and no one was watching, and then they suddenly realized that affirmations was a trending topic and they changed and they suddenly went from 40 views to 400,000. They realized, ooh, manifesting is a hot topic. I'm just going to become a manifesting expert, even though I don't have a fucking clue what I'm talking about. They're the people I'm talking about. There are a few people on here who do know what they're talking about. Great. I'm talking about the people who are doing it for views, who are believing what they're saying and they don't actually understand it. I think it's very misleading for people. And I think it's sad. Concentrating 100% self-concept. Realised I'm too good for old SP. Have 2 dates with 2 men. Oh, wonderful, darling. Yes, sometimes you do realise you're too good for the fucker. Good. Wonderful, darling. Wonderful, Karmasaurus. I don't want to go to therapists because they're limiting, so I asked Loz for coaching. Oh, okay. Yes, Helly. I saw your other message. Darling, if you want to give up on him, do. If you feel like you're improving yourself and the way he turned up was bad and you were manifesting someone who just wasn't good for you, wasn't healthy for you, then, darling, manifest someone better. Really. I really want you, Helly, to focus on you more than anyone I've had coaching with because you were so obsessed with the fucker. I want you to drop that obsession, and I'm glad you are. Wonderful, darling. I haven't watched Oh, I saw that. I don't mean that in a bad way, darling. I just mean I wanted you to focus on you more. Loz, to affirm that I'm constantly getting rostered at work, what do I focus on? My self-concept? Yes, I've got so much work, I don't know what to do with myself. I'm constantly in demand. I'm overrun with work. That, darling. Thank you for clarification. I'm back on believing he will come back good. What do you think of Joseph Ally? Yes, he's very Neville-based. He's all Neville. But he says you have to let go. No. He's teaching it the way Neville talks about drop it. And I think Joseph really misunderstands what Neville meant by that. How can you let it go if Neville also says persist, persist, persist until it hardens into fact? It's completely the opposite of letting go. He's talking about letting go in some kind of LOA way. What Neville says is drop the seed in the ground and don't keep digging it up by checking if it's growing. That's what he means by drop it. He actually says drop it. Neville doesn't really use the words letting go. And he says kind of let go of the outcome. That's what Neville's talking about, if that's what Joe's talking about. But if Joe's talking about letting it go, like completely never think about it again, then that's not what Neville taught. Neville taught persistence. Persistence is living in the end constantly, which is the complete opposite of letting it go. So I disagree with him on that. I have to watch his videos to see if that's what he actually means. Self-concept. Okay, great. Yes, do that. Affirmations for abandonment issues. I have always been chosen. I've always been wanted. Once you've met me, you love me and you can't be without me. Because I'm the most lovable girl in the world. I'm the most lovable guy in the world. Okay? I'm too important to lose. Can you see my comments? I don't know. Sophie, let me see. I saw that one. Abandonment issues. Hi, Loz. I'm mostly positive, but sometimes find myself creeping into that negative space. Any tips? Yes, just affirm against it, darling. That's when you've got to use your positive affirmations. Look, I do it too, guys. I just go off on a rampage in my mind about certain things, and then I'm like, stop! Affirm, affirm, affirm. You've got to do it, guys. You've got to be on top of it. What's a big must when manifesting? Believe you have received it, and you will. Live in the end. It's done. That's it. May I ask what SP is? Sorry, guys. Specific person, just your ex or your boyfriend or your girlfriend or your spouse. I totally agree with your assessment, LOA. It's unethical in some respects. It's just when people are on here talking like they're experts. Don't act like you're an expert. If you're just some person copying other people's videos. There's a lot of plagiarism that goes on in here, guys. I don't understand Grabavoy numbers. It's literally a guy in Russia came up with it, had a machine, like a psychic machine. He was a psychic and a scientist. And he thought the numbers generated by the machine would help people with healing. But what people don't understand, the way he did it was he had the number and he would give them the number and he would say, okay, say this phrase with the number. Now I have this number, blah, blah, blah. This number will heal me. And I believe that this number will heal my body in all aspects and blah, blah, blah. It was the phrase that they were saying with the number and the belief in the number that caused them to heal. It wasn't the fucking number. It was the phrase they were using and the belief in the number. So if everyone's just going, use this number, it's not anything. You've got to say the whole phrase with it. Otherwise it doesn't fucking work. And it's not the number. It's your belief in the number. Just like a belief in a crystal, belief in voodoo, belief in whatever. Yeah, I get you. I agree with that 100%, but I don't think they do it consciously, though. Yes, a lot of them believe what they're teaching. I know that. It's sad. A lot of them get really shitty when you argue with them. Right, I can't stand just trying to get views. TikTok was cool because it was so real. Yeah, look, I joined it when it was Musical.ly like 3 years ago. And then I came on here and I was going to put my acting stuff on here. And I was like, oh, it was only dancing. And I was like, well, how do I? So I just didn't ever use it. And then I went to go and reinstate it through TikTok and couldn't remember my user name. So I just started this one. But yeah, I'm sure it was a lot more real back in the day. I tell my mind, no thanks, I don't accept that, and I reverse it and repeat it. Wonderful, darling, good. Do you like Kimberly's? Yes, she's very good, except she doesn't get into childhood core shit, which is annoying. Considering she's a therapist, I don't understand why she doesn't do that. I think it's a bit silly because she knows about that stuff. I'm just going to the kitchen, guys, so I'm making myself another coffee. She knows about that stuff, and she doesn't get people to delve into their core childhood issues. She tells them just to forget about it, and I think that's silly advice, because then people end up coming to me for a second call or another call when they've had a call with her. I just think it's weird. Oh, wow, you can't see my kitchen. You can only see the green screen. How funny. I forgot the green screen was on. How strange. All right, guys, any more questions? I'm just putting my coffee in the... I'm starving, I need more coffee. What if my SP trains his mind of not getting into a relationship? Is that resistance to my manifestations? Guys, what they do in their reality doesn't affect you. They could be manifesting you to die over in their reality. It doesn't affect you, okay? Guys, it doesn't... That's a bad example, but I don't care what he's doing. Okay, but that's a belief that you have. My SP is training his mind of not getting into a relationship. Stop having that belief. Have the complete opposite belief, darling. He will reflect your belief. He'll reflect your dominant thinking about him. So don't dominantly think he's training his mind to not be in a relationship. Why are you thinking that? It's exactly what will happen. Okay? How do you know when to leave a relationship versus focus on them being better? Guys, you create them. If you want to leave them, good luck with that. You'll just create the same shitty relationship in someone else. They're just reflecting your thinking about you. Do you understand that? All these people come to me, oh, I'm leaving my husband, I'm having an affair with a 12-year-old. And I'm like, great. It won't work. It's a horrible thing for me to think, but it's like you could repair the thing with your husband. The 12-year-old is just because you everything's disappointed you in your relationship. And you've not got to the core shit of your life. And why it's the way it is, and you're blaming everyone for your problems. Oh, it's him. Oh, yeah, this relationship isn't working out. It's him. I need another him. You go get another him. It was great for a while. Then all your core shit kicks in, and then he turns into the last him. And that's why people go, oh, I picked the wrong men. No, it's not the wrong men. It's the wrong you. Go and work on that childhood shit, darling, that's causing your relationship not to be great. Because I tell you what, you could focus on someone else, and it won't work. I would focus on them being better, but more than that, I would focus on you being better, and they will treat you better. Start focusing on your self-concept, and he will treat you naturally better. You won't even have to focus on him being better. Apparently, it's all his fault. Have you taken any responsibility, or is it all about him? A lot of people come on my calls and take no responsibility for their lives and think it's everyone else. Oh, my husband this, my husband that, and my blah, 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 blah. My parents this, and my parents that. I'm like, guys, you're creating it all. I'm sorry. Manifesting isn't for pussies. It's taking full responsibility for your life and realising you can change it. Are you taking full responsibility, or are you blaming him? That's what I would ask you, darling. Okay. Now, I know that sounds really harsh, guys. I know that sounds harsh. But that's all manifesting is. You are the power. The power is within you. If you don't get that, look how weird this is. I'm like in my kitchen in a pink. How strange. Excuse my outfit. I'm in a little pink room. How bizarre. Manifesting isn't for the weak. Yes, it's not for pussies, guys. Maybe I should have put a green screen of like me on a running track for the Love Olympics. Something. Totally send a flower, or just send what? This is the first time. Here, how do we change the core stuff? Okay, Kimberly, investigate what that core shit is. What happened in your childhood? Maybe tragedy, or what your parents did to you, or how they treated you. Did they give you enough love and affection? Did they give you enough attention? Did you have 7 siblings and you didn't get enough attention when you were a kid? Was your dad away a lot? Were you abused? Was it unstable? Did you move around a lot? Were you constantly left with your grandparents? All those things. If you can't work out what that is, then think about what your triggers are in life. Someone leaves you on red and you get upset. You're constantly worried people will leave. Well, that's abandonment. You don't think you're good enough. You don't think you're pretty enough. You're constantly putting yourself down. You don't think anything's perfect when you do things. You never think you're right. You always blame yourself. You feel guilty. That's defectiveness. You feel like you're flawed in some way or not good enough. You can't trust people. You feel unstable all the time in relationships. You're always waiting for the other shoe to drop. You're putting little tests in place to make sure they don't fuck you over. That's mistrust, and you're probably abused in some way, or it was very unstable. Or you do not expect to get your core emotional needs met. Love, affection, being listened to, guidance, protection. That's because you didn't get that in childhood. Guys, you've got to investigate those. Then find an affirmation that suits that. I have always been loved and wanted. I have always felt safe and secure. The complete opposite of the way you felt as a child. That's the core self-concept shit that so many people aren't doing with other manifestation coaches, and that's why they're coming here. And I'm not saying I'm better than anybody. It's just they're not focusing on that stuff, and therefore they can manifest the SP all fucking day, but when the SP comes back, that shit gets triggered again, and then they lose them again. Okay? I didn't realise that I caused my issues with my SP until I watched your videos. It all makes so much sense. Oh, Nicole, darling, don't beat yourself up. It's a motherfucker when you realise it. I hate that that's the truth, but it is. It's a real bitch. What is a good number to have self-concept affirmations? I would say like 15, really 20 really good big ones that you think are at the core of your shit, and five real top ones that real get to the nitty gritty of your stuff, and you know those 5 off by heart. But say 20 other ones, 10. You don't have to have too many, guys, if you don't want to. Do you like Kimberly? Yeah, she's a good teacher and her videos are good, and she teaches law of assumption just like I do. I just think she doesn't get to the core emotional stuff from childhood. I don't know why she doesn't do that. It's strange. You are better than the other coaches, though. Oh, thanks, darling. I think that my issue is I'm constantly getting tarot readings. Yes, well, fucking stop that. Guys, when you're constantly talking to psychics, constantly getting tarot readings, you're constantly looking at the 3D outside of you. Is it here yet? Oh, I need guidance. I need help. I need reassurance. Guys, when you're constantly looking for reassurance, it means you don't have faith in yourself. You don't have faith in your power, and then you're going to fuck everything up because you actually don't believe you can do this. And you're relying on other people. You're relying on guides, tarots, psychics, talking to your parents, talking to your mum, discussing it with people, guidance, validation, reassurance. Can I do this? Will he come back? What do you think? What do you think? All that matters is what you fucking think. I think he's with me. I think he fucking loves me. The end. Guys, you've got to have faith in yourself. I beg you. Going to a tarot is the complete opposite of having faith in yourself. You should start a podcast. Oh, everyone keeps saying that, but guys, podcasts take time, and I'm trying to build courses and do meditations and stuff for the websites first, so it'll be a long time coming for me to do the podcast, but I will try. I promise. I just don't have time at the moment. I'm trying to set up the website and do the merch. Everyone wants merch. I run this shit merch. Now I've got to do Love Olympics merch. But thank you, darling, for the suggestion. Do you believe in crystals? No, darling. It's just a belief in the crystal that works, not the actual crystal. I'm laughing because, what's a grown woman got to do to get some flowers? Oh, is this what we're talking about? I got flowers in my SP. There's 2 months. After 2 months, he was so sweet. I've been affirming SP texting, calling me, and it's showing up in 3D. Oh, is it, darling? Miss Ivy Doll, what's been happening? Oh, that's exciting. What have you been affirming? You're just saying he's calling and texting me all the time? Wonderful, darling. Look for things you are grateful for. Be active, focus on solutions. That's a good idea, darling. Haha, 7 siblings. Me, loved our call. Yes. I forgot. I just said 7 siblings. Yes, guys. If you have a lot of siblings, the attention from your parents has to get less. Or if they work a lot, if they're away a lot, or you're always left with your grandparents, things like that. That really affects kids. It's like my best friend, or old best friend, used to let her kid cry and fucking cry when it was hungry. And they used to sit, her and her husband would stand there, anyway, babe, la la la, have a chat. And then what happened? And I'd be holding this baby going, wah, 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 and I couldn't feed it because I wasn't breastfeeding. She was. And I'm like, can you take your child? And I was thinking, this kid is going to be fucked up by this. Don't you guys realise? You're not giving enough attention. And now she's constantly in need of attention, that kid. I get so much done while listening to your lives. Just redid my pantry in a trance. Oh, did you, darling? Good for you. All of those are me. Oh, really, Kimberly? Oh, shit. Stop watching tarot. It reaffirmed positive beliefs, but said SP isn't coming, wasn't living in the end. Look, guys, just take from tarot. Oh, look, I saw a tarot the other day pop up on my view page. It was fascinating. And I was listening to it, and I was like, this sounds like me. Keep going. And I listened to the 6 parts. I was like, it sucked me right in. And then I was like, oh, I know what this is. It's just reflecting my thinking. But you know what I mean? Like, Look, I've been to psychics, I've been to, past life regression, blah, blah. It's just whatever you believe in, guys. What's happening with my hair here? Piece of hair. Oh. Just reflecting and thinking, guys. Any more questions? I can't see any questions. Yes, please, guys, stop with the obsessive tarot readings. Now, guys, if you're all not newbies, then you probably invited your friends to the Facebook group already, but I want to get to 1,000 by the end of today. I'm going to look on my phone in a minute and see if I've got any invites. Loz, I love your energy. You have helped me so much. Sending you the biggest hug. Oh, thank you, darling. I don't even know what your proper name is. CNTTZR. Thank you, darling. How do you know when leaving someone versus affirming better behaviour from them? I answered that one. You're causing it. Change your behaviour and they will change. Change what you think about you and they will change. Change your self-concept and they will change. You have to change you to change them. It's got fucking nothing to do with them. When you'll know is when they start acting differently, darling. Then you can decide whether to leave or stay because they will reflect your thinking about yourself. I'm lovable. I'm wanted. I'm committed to. Everyone gives me so much attention. I'm adored. I'm admired. Then he'll do that. And then you'll realise, oh, fuck, I was causing this shitty relationship and him to turn up the way he was, being selfish and not giving me enough attention and spending too much time with his friends and not helping me out in the house and. And once I changed me, he started to change and now I can decide whether to leave the fucker or not because he's actually turned out to be great because it was all me. It's all me. It's all me. Guys, they're just reflecting you. Can anyone see my SP question? Where'd you put it, darling? I can't see it. Put it again. SP has always been loyal and committed to me. I'm the only one SP is attracted to. Yes, darling, that's great. I would, but I don't have Facebook. So, guys, just join Facebook with a fake name and just have it for that to join the thing because you can watch all these lives back and ask questions in the group. Lots of people are doing that. Lots of people are just joining it with a fake name, not there, because otherwise they might get... Someone said yesterday, it was a really good suggestion, don't use your actual Facebook account. You've got one, you're triggered by your SP stuff. You just go and open a new one that you don't have any friends on. No friends, just the group. Loz, what affirmations can you use to get a divorce? What, Monica and A giving up on him, are you? I'm not even going to answer that question. You've been wanting this SP this whole time. You're not getting this, are you, darling? You can change this. I don't know what to tell you. Get on a call with me, darling, because 1 minute you're wanting a divorce from him and the next minute you're trying to get him back. I don't know what part of this you aren't understanding. It's like you've watched every fucking live and you haven't listened. Off topic. Did you get the COVID vaccine? Fuck no. I know someone who died last week from getting it. Died of a blood clot in their brain 3 days after they had it. And they've never had a history of any kind of clotting of any kind, any health problems. Okay, there's no way I'd put that fucking shit in my body because I'm not a guinea pig. But guys, if you want to get it, go ahead. But it hasn't been tested long enough for my liking. Does it make you infertile? Does it make you have, deformed children? No one knows yet. Fuck that. I want a divorce from my husband. Well, then go and divorce him, darling. I don't know what part of this you're not getting. You caused the whole fucking situation with your shitty thinking. And, you want a divorce from your husband and you want another SP. Well, then focus on being with your SP and just divorce your fucking husband. What's the problem? Guys, if you want a divorce, go get a divorce papers, and issue them to your person. You don't manifest divorce. You literally go and get the paper. What are you talking about? That's a physical thing in the 3D. I want a divorce. Here you go. Then focus on being with your SP. Darling, what? I don't understand the question. If the relationship is unhealthy/harming, leave, darling, and manifest something better. Yes, but you're causing a relationship that is unhealthy/harming. Sorry. Guys, I don't know what part of this you aren't getting. Go ahead and distance yourself from someone who's harming you, absolutely. But you cause unhealthy relationships with your thinking about yourself. Every single solitary abuse case, if you analyse the person's thinking about themselves, they have severe self-esteem problems. And I'm not blaming the person. That's how you fall into that. You're very direct and straight to the point. I love it. Oh, great, darling. Yes, I have a new background because I just wanted to put this here because I want to get to 1,000 people in the Facebook group by the end of tonight. Go and invite your friends, guys. When I hit 1,000, you could win free coaching. Wait, so basically never leave any relationship because we can change it. Yes. Yes, guys, you cause it. You are the cause. You are the only cause. Change your self-talk, you will change your world. Change how you feel about you, and people reflect that change. People are only turning up in your reality, reflecting your dominant habitual thinking about you, them, and the situation. When you change that, it changes. They change. The whole fucking world changes. The end. Everyone needs an inner Loz voice to constantly tell them how it is. I love it. Yes, I want one-to-one coaching with you. Well, then DM me, darling. Guys, if you want one-to-one coaching, just DM me in the TikTok or through Messenger in the Facebook group. You'll get 300. I foresee it. You'll get 300. I foresee it. 300 what? And by all means, remove your children so they don't learn that abuse is okay. Yes, guys, do remove yourself from the situation. If someone's abusing you, absolutely. I'm not saying stick around and get bashed up. Absolutely not. Shit, no. If you're in physical danger, yes, of course, guys. I'm not saying that, but I'm saying you've got to then assess, okay, well, what am I doing in myself, inside myself, that's causing someone to treat me like shit? What am I doing? Yes, and remove yourself from the situation before you start doing that. Absolutely. Who is your youngest client? Is Grace my youngest client? Grace, are you my youngest client? Or is it someone younger than Grace? No, I think I had someone in England who was like 19. 19? 18? Inner Loz yelling at you to get your shit together and take responsibility. I have been listening to Neville's lectures on YouTube, and honestly, it's making so much sense. Wonderful, guys. Yes, do go listen to him. There are 2 channels that have a lot of Neville's actual lectures with him talking. One's called 100K Watt, W-A-T-T. And the other one is called Neville and the Law. Neville and the Law is probably the best one. Okay? And he has on that channel all Neville's lectures, and they're wonderful to listen to. It's Neville in his own voice talking. And you can also read the lectures, guys, for free. There are a lot of lectures that weren't recorded, because you've got to understand most of those were just recorded on crappy dictaphones in the 50s and 60s and just placed up on YouTube. They're terrible recordings, some of them with all static in the background. It's terrible. Okay? A lot of them are just lectures written. You can put Neville Goddard lectures. There's thousands of them online. Probably thousands or maybe hundreds. For free. I want SP Loz. I just figured out I was so anxious and I don't know why. Oh, well, Hallie, stop changing your fucking mind. Man, I wish I'd learned this at 19. I would have ruled the world. Yeah, I wish we all did, darling. They should teach this shit in school, but they don't want you to know this. They don't want you to know. The 1%, they know this. You don't think they don't know this? Not being a conspiracy theorist, but you don't think they don't know this? They want you to work for the man. They're the man. They want you to work hard and then die. They want you to pay for healthcare because they don't want you to realise you can change your health. I think the question to ask is, why do I feel... What? Where is that question? I think the question to ask is, why do I feel this way about me to allow them to treat me poorly? Yes, yes. So guys, people only treat you in your reality how you feel about you. Absolutely. What are my signs? I've no idea, darling. I don't talk about signs here. But if I have a better self-worth, you're more likely to leave the bad and find something better. Yes, guys, but they'll also turn up differently. Yeah, and yes, you will leave the bad situation because you'll think, fuck this shit. Absolutely, and you'll find someone better. Guys, look, a lot of people are coming to me trying to get back SPs, and I'm actually saying to some of them, do you really want this person back? This person sounds like a see you next Tuesday. Because they've attracted in, with their low self-worth, someone who's not even worthy of them. Okay? So yes, when your self-worth improves and your self-concept's on point, you probably won't want that person anymore because you attracted in a person when you were at your lowest point, and you attracted someone who reflected that low point of you, your low self-concept. Then, if they can't change, they're out. Absolutely. I got yelled at by Loz, which whipped me into shape to try harder to understand manifesting. Yay! Good night, Luna! Man, we are, yes. Now practicing it in my actual life. Good, darling! See if that person walking past got a mask on. We're still in lockdown today. I've been listening to Neville's... Oh, I saw that. I think if you're insecure, you're more likely to attract those relationships and stay in them. Absolutely, guys. Absolutely. And look, a lot of people are just good people and overgivers and people pleasers, and they attract people who use them and take from them, and narcissists and abusive, because their self-worth is tied up in giving. and giving love to get love. Okay? So it's not necessarily that you feel like, oh my God, I'm a piece of shit. It could be something simple as, oh, well, I have to do things for others all the time. I have to be a good person all the time. Everyone is, I have to do things to get things. I'm a people pleaser. I don't have a voice. It could be you don't feel like you have a voice. It could be all kinds of things, guys. It's not hatred. It's not self-hatred necessarily. It's just beliefs about yourself. Oh, where's my... Okay. Who is your youngest client? Oh, I saw that one. Then when you change your thinking, you may not want them. You see you're worth so much more. Yep. Absolutely. But you've got to acknowledge that you attracted them in the first place with how you felt about yourself in the first place. Because when you recognise that, then you can change you. But you can't keep blaming the other person, guys. That's all I'm saying. Guys, people can change, yes, but don't stay with someone who treats you poorly and with disrespect. No, guys, I'm not saying that. You're taking words out of my mouth and changing it. I'm not saying that. But I am saying you've got to take responsibility for your life. I'm not saying stay with anyone who treats you poorly. That's absolutely not what I'm saying. Don't misconstrue what I'm saying. I love Neville's lectures. What I love the most is to hear his voice with all the background noise. Yeah, I love his voice. He's got the most beautiful, soothing voice. He really does. He's wonderful to listen to. They're not the whole world. Yes, guys, stop making them your whole fucking world. I love to hear you talk, lol. Your advice is the real deal. Oh, thanks, darling. Exactly, manifest someone better. Guys, you can, but what you need to understand is if you're constantly focusing on the manifesting someone better and you're not changing you, and you're constantly putting the blame on the other person, this person was bad to me, they're a wrong'un, I need to leave, they did this to me, they blah, fucking blah, and you don't recognise that you need to change you, and you go find that someone better, trust me, 100% of the fucking time, that someone better will start turning into the old guy, because it's all based on your thinking. There's still a lot of you in here who aren't getting that. Oh, I'm just going to manifest someone better. Okay, but are you working on you? Because when you do that, he'll come in great and then it'll all go to shit again and then you'll wonder why. And you'll realise, oh, because I didn't change me before I found the new person. Oh, whoops. I was just blaming it all on the other guy and thinking it was all about them. Are you guys getting this? Relationship anxiety affirmations. Hallie, look, go and do my anxiety affirmations in the Facebook group I just posted in a post. I am calm. I am secure. I'm in total control. I control my emotions. I have nothing to fear. It's just my imagination. Okay? It's been hard to live in the end after seeing SP with third-party laws. Well, darling, you've got to ignore that shit. I know it's hard, but just give a different meaning. It's his cousin. It's his sister twice from a different marriage or some bloody thing. Just give it different meaning if you saw it. Okay, well, I've seen it. I've created you. I accept that you're there. All right, well, I created this bitch. I'm getting rid of her. All right, darling? And really focus on yourself. And self-concept is involved in manifesting money as well, correct? Guys, people who think they're rich are rich. People who think they're rich don't think they're poor. They think very highly of themselves. That's why millionaires like Donald Trump and all these other people who lose money and go bankrupt will get the money straight back. The Richard Bransons, the Donald Trumps, look at all these people who their businesses have failed. The next minute they just get another one that's successful. They have such enormous self-belief. Their self-concept about money is on point. As soon as you change your self-concept, guys, money will be affected as well. It's not exclusive to just people. Money is just a thing that you have power over. Okay, not just a thing. EFT tapping, it really helped me. Intuition coach on TikTok is great. Yes, intuition coach, that was her name. Yes, Hallie, do EFT, darling. Okay. But it's been hard to live in the end and being with him since. What do you mean? So you're with him, but there's a third party? Is that what you're saying, darling? I don't understand. So you saw a third party, but you're with him at the moment? What's going on? Think of the third party as any port in a storm, but the storm will pass, so will they. Oh, that's lovely. Think of the third party as any port in a storm, but the storm will pass, so will they. That's a very old expression you young kids probably don't like. No, that parents used to say, oh, any port in a storm, that guy would go to any port in a storm, meaning you just pull into whatever port, meaning any girl. Guys, when there's a third party, you've got to think like this way. No one knows him like I do. No one gets him like I do. No one loves him like I do. No one understands him like I do. I don't care how many bitches he fucks on Tinder. Okay? From my mother. Yes, see, my mum used to say that shit. Oh, he'd go to any port in a storm. Yes. That's a really old expression. Well, when you are in a boat, because my dad lives on a boat, you do have to go to any port in a storm. You have to go, oh, God, there's a boat. Quick, quick, find it. That's what it's like. Any woman, the next woman, I'll just take any woman that I see. Is there another woman around? I'll just take her. You've got to think of them that way. Yes, that's a great thing, Noreen, to think of. I love that. Any port in a storm. That's what the third party is. Is affirming third party find someone better from them, for them, SP, putting too much focus on them? I think it is. But guys, if you want to do it, go ahead. I just would rather not focus on the bitch at all. It's up to you guys. You do however you think. Can you manifest people who are famous who don't know us? Yes, guys, absolutely. Look at the girl who's with Zac. Well, I think she's broke up with Zac Efron. Okay. Being famous doesn't matter. I know a lot of famous people. They're just people. The difference is you put them up on a pedestal. When I used to know them before they were famous, they were just people. You just put them on a pedestal, take them down. They're just like you. Or if they don't know you, same thing. You don't know people before you've met them. Every friend you've got, you didn't know before you met them. Now they're your friend. It's perfect. Haha, yes, I love that. Really important to storm. Focus on yourself. Yes. Guys, any more questions? Otherwise, I'm going to go. After seeing that, it's been hard to live in the end of us being together. Oh, okay. Well then, darling, take your focus completely off whatever you saw. Focus that picture was you and him. The picture you saw was you and him. Change the picture in your mind. Okay, affirm, affirm, affirm for you and him together. Okay, and try whatever you do not to focus on the bitch. Okay. My grandfather was the captain of a ship. Oh, there you go. That's why you knew that expression. Exactly. Who cares if they're famous? You're on the pedestal, not them. Yes, guys. Doesn't matter. How to get rid of resistance. Stop focusing on the old story. Okay. Whatever old story you've got, whatever memories you've got of what happened, get rid of it. Okay, it's the old story about money. Why you can't get money because you've got this, oh, money doesn't grow on trees. We can't afford that. Story from your parents running in your mind. That's resistance to money. I need to work hard. I can't do what I love. That's resistance to doing what you love and getting more money. Resistance to your SP is, oh, but he said this to me and that happened. Now there's a third party and blah, blah, blah. Old story. Old story about you. Oh, but I'm not lovable. I this, I that. People always leave me. Relationships never work out for me. Old story. That causes the resistance, guys. That's why a cup of coffee seems easier because you've got no resistant thought to a cup of coffee. Oh. What just happened? What are your opinions on no contact rule? It's a manipulation tactic that backfires spectacularly most of the time. Okay? You can do it if you want to, but it's doing things in the 3D to manipulate the situation. I would rather you do it in your mind. I would rather you stayed with them and in your mind change them. I've got a big series on this. No contact doesn't work. It's in my TikTok, darling. $110 US, worth every penny. Oh, thanks, Pamela. Yes, that's what my coaching is, guys, $110 US. But if you invite your Facebook friends to the Facebook group and I hit 1,000 people, I'll put your name in a hat and I'm going to pull someone out for free coaching. So, guys, please do join the Facebook group and the link is in my bio or put in Manifest Live with Loz with spaces in between in Facebook. And when I hit 1,000 members tonight, I plan to hit that tonight, I'll pull a name out of the hat for free coaching. Okay, guys? Second, that best money ever spent on myself. Oh, thanks, Lisa. I've invited. Good, Hallie. So, guys, please do invite your friends to the Facebook group because the more people you invite, the higher you go up in the list of being put in the pot. What are your thoughts if one of the manifesting the SP... Well, what are your thoughts on if the one manifesting the SP was the bad one in the relationship? What do you mean? There is no bad one. If you think they're bad, they're bad. What do you mean, darling? I don't understand that question. She can see if we hang out on Snap locations when we are together. What? What are you talking about, Grace? Do you recommend revision? Absolutely. Neville says if you do nothing but revision, you will manifest what you want in this world because you're changing the past constantly. However, the problem with revision is you have to constantly revise. I can't be bothered. But yes. Yes, one-to-one coaching is $110, darling. Just DM me in the chat or invite all your Facebook friends to get free coaching. A chance to win. Hi, Loz. Can I affirm that no girl is interested in my ESP? It's not about other girls, guys. You've got to think he loves me and only me. He wants me and only me. He's only attracted to me. He only has eyes for me. It's not, you can't control all the other girls. Just start saying, he wants me and only me. He can't see himself with anyone but me. And forget about the other bitches. Guys, if you're concentrating on other girls, then there's a problem. Please stop doing that. Any more questions, guys? I've got to go. I'm going to get coaching ASAP. Oh, good, guys. Okay, guys, I've got a wee. Okay, please do join me. If you don't follow me already, follow me. I go live twice daily, and now I go live on Fridays exclusively in the Facebook group. Manifest Space, Live Space with Space Loss. The link is in my bio, but you can search for it in Facebook. Invite your friends to be in for a chance getting free coaching. I want to get to I'm going to get to 1,000 members by midnight EST tonight. By hook or by crook. Go there now, guys, and join in. And it's a lovely, supportive community. You can ask questions in the forum. You can read the success stories, and you can watch all these lives back, plus the lives in the Facebook group. And I put all the affirmations in little files in there so you can find them very easily. All right, guys. Thanks for joining me, and I will see you later. All right, guys. Bye. See ya.